revolution is over? Or is it the age of the machine? And you know who the machine is? It's you. You're going to have to use your brain power, your manpower, your strengths, your weaknesses to overcome in the future. Are you going to be prepared? Well, let's talk about this. And of course, it's SSN Nation Money Making Monday. So we have to talk about making some money as well. And welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Guys know that we have people in the house tonight. Let me see who's here. Professor's in the house, aka Professor, and is known her real name. Auntie Val is here with the icon next to her name, and she brings her tagline, "Good evening, fam," with the heart, with the strength, with the Java. She's got the notification, and welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Very, very happy to see you once again. And ladies and gentlemen, she is an entrepreneur, and we're going to talk about what she has started, the Beachfront Java. Whenever I see her, we have to show some SSN Nation love. So therefore, in fact, I'm not even going to go any further. I'm going to actually just do it. 15% off, ladies and gentlemen, but you're going to have to use the link that I'm about to put in the chat room. So only people that see this live stream now and on replay, you will be able to use this until just a month of June. That's right. This isn't forever, ladies and gentlemen. So you only have a couple more weeks that you can actually do this and use it. So make sure you get your 15% off. And she has whole bean coffee and drip ground coffee for Beachfront Java. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Beachfront Java. Here it is in the chat room. Go get your 15% off. And oh, if you like that premium blend from Honduras, the premium blends from Guatemala, Indonesia, Africa. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. She has premium beans and packaged, seal tight, Ziploc style. It's beautiful. So go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Use the link down below in the chat room. It's not in the description. It's in the chat room. And if you see this on replay, it's in the chat room. So make sure you have on the live chat. That's the only way you get your 15% off premium coffee starting at $19.95 and several different blends. So go find your own. All right. So far, 5 stars from everybody that's tasted it so far. Some people are here in the SSN Nation that has tasted it. So I'm one of them as well. So go over there, show some love for our very own Professor Auntie Val. Ladies and gentlemen, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Jawway J is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he brings his tagline this evening. Good evening, SSN Nation. Hope everyone is doing well. Saw the trailer, got the notification. That's 2 people. Can we break the record on this Heat Nuggets night? This could be the Heat's final game of the season after a spectacular playoff run. But they've run into the buzzsaw of the Denver Nuggets, who just seem to be the better team thus far. Miami would have to do something unthinkable, unrealistic to even consider, but you got to win this one tonight to consider the comeback. So we'll see if they put up a fight or if they lose by 20. Goes one way or the other. So Jawway J, you know we have something to talk about. Oh, and Jawway J has something more to talk about. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, talking about at Auntie Val Receive Coffee. Great coffee, 8 and 4 A stars. That's 5-star coffee. He's giving it the A plus rating. That's 5 A's, 5-star. And Jaway J is another satisfied customer. Very, very happy to hear this, Jaway J. And Jaway J, there's something we have to talk about that we didn't talk about last time. You left me all that information when you went down there to Punta Cana, checked out and drove around with Nestor. You never told me, what did you think of the location of Riviera Costeño inside Vista Cana? Because actually, it's in an interesting location. I don't even know if they even started the second beach area yet, but they might have. But let me know. You never told me what you thought of that. Victor Marrero is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon next to his name, and he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, all. Let's do this. Yes, thanks to him and a bunch of others here in the SSN Nation, we try to do this all the time to help change people's lives. And that's why the Industrial Revolution, is it really over? Age of the machine is not what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, between your head, is the machine. Right here, your hands. That's right. Your body is the machine. You're going to be able to utilize your strengths in order to create your financial independence. Are you going to be ready? Are you going to learn enough? Are you going to study? Because it's going to require it, ladies and gentlemen, because there's not going to be that many jobs available and the population is growing. So think about it. Are you going to put yourself in position to win for a long time to come? That's what the name of the game is, and that's what we're trying to do. Professor Auntie Val says, thank you, sir. So happy you enjoy it. There we go, Jaway J. Another satisfied customer in the house. Professor Auntie Val is saying, let's go, Heat. There you go. Exactly. Let's see. It's early on. Auntie Val, K-Cups, Espresso, and mugs coming this week. Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen, she's expanding rapidly. If you want Premium Blend Coffee, please go use the link down below in the description. Oh, this is looking good thus far. 21-18 Heat. Oh, my. Really? Oh, they're trying to play tonight. They got their backs against the wall. This is beautiful. Now, let's get into the money making. Ladies and gentlemen, the Industrial Revolution. Here's the situation. I'm just going to give you an example. You go down to the grocery store. I go down the toiletries aisle, right? So I'm down there and I'm looking and I'm just like, is this for real? You know, napkins, toilet paper, Braun towels, paper towels, and the prices are like ridiculous. I was thinking as I'm going down there, which something, I'm like, it's the Industrial Revolution. I'm like, where can I get a manufacturing facility to create toilet paper and paper towels? I'm thinking, holy smokes, if I can get this much money for these things, this is outrageous. But only certain people can get that Industrial Revolution, because that's going to cost a lot of money to create, unless you found one sitting somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and then you're going to have to do a lot of rehab to bring it back to life. So it almost puts it out of reach for a lot of people to even attempt, let alone be successful at. So it's the age of the machine, where you can be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and a myriad of other things. Start your own social media, start your own podcast, talk about what you love. Other people will probably love what you love and be able to make some money. But the question is, as more and more people move into this space, what separates you from others is you. What's in your head? Everybody has a different point of view. So therefore, there may be a lot of people that love what you discuss and talk about. So you have to think about the rise and the age of the machine, using your brain and your power. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. In the Industrial Revolution, it was all about using and creating manufacturing facilities. This was based on, we have 10, 15, 20, 30, 100 people working to create the end product, and we made enough as a company to be able to give it to the employees. Then we had a pension. Everything was beautiful. But when we got into the situation where all of a sudden we are ordering and sending things in a global environment where everything isn't manufactured and consumed in the United States mostly, and it started being outsourced, now all of a sudden you're having things made outside of the country, and we turn into a consumer nation. And now the Industrial Revolution has derailed. Them days are over. And then, of course, the top 1%ers, the top 10%ers, you know how they are. Rarely do they want to share. So all they do is consolidate power. They have the competition, they buy up their competition, or they drive out their competition. So then that eliminates anybody that's competing against them, so the prices can come down. So this is why the Industrial Revolution could not last forever, because then some people were making more money. Some people were on the stock market and they can borrow against their stocks. And then it was all the rage in the 80s and 90s, where people were saying, you can have half of my stocks as long as you give me your company and I'll give you a little bit of cash. That was a thing because of the stock market using leverage. And then now it turns into a whole nother thing where they're using stock market, they're using the Federal Reserve System, they're using the banking system, they're using you. In fact, when you have to say, when they're sending you paperwork and things are popping up on your social media that says, hey, you want to earn 10%? Give us your money. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go out here and buy hotels, multifamily apartment complexes. We're going to start a business. We're going to do a startup. Give us your money. So instead of you using your money to make you more money, you're giving it to somebody else. Thus, index funds, mutual funds, 401ks managed by other people instead of you. Now, here in the Stop Struggling Now Nation, we try to have you empowered to do it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need these other guys, and you don't need to give them a percentage just for managing the company or you're managing your funds. All right, Jaway J, he's bringing me up to speed here. Construction on the second beach is in progress. This is beautiful. Riviera Castana will be walking distance to the beach. Beautiful. I'm sorry, no picture as I left my phone in the rental car when I hopped in Nestor's car. Oh, my God. Yo, yo, oh, man, you pulled what I pulled in the Philippines. Man, oh, my goodness. I was looking for some pictures, man. I was like, oh, man, that would have been nice. But all right. So Riviera Castana then is in a great location if it's walking distance to the second beach. That is awesome. Also, did you notice how far it was from what did you call Pueblito Carabino? So those are the places that had the pinkish and yellowish colored buildings. Right now, I think they have two of the buildings there. How far was it from there? Because there, around there, is supposed to be a shopping somewhat complex of some sort somewhere around Pueblito Carabino, and there's also going to be a restaurant there as well. There's going to be a church there as well. So that would be very interesting. But this is great news. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The top 10 percenters, the age of the revolution is based on top 10 percenters of the wealthiest. What they do is what you need to mimic. So we have to go to this right here. Tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow, the Federal Reserve may be making an announcement about interest rate and whether they're going to increase it to 0.25. I mean, I know they're not going to do anything crazy. It's either not do anything at all or 0.25. And so today or tonight, you see the futures, it's going down. I don't know what Wall Street really actually wants. I didn't hear what they wanted. I think Wall Street wants a pause because then we'll be on that little bull run. I actually want him to go 0.25. I don't see any reason to stop, quite frankly. Of course, I'm looking out for the little guys, us. I'm not really caring about the few 30 million millionaires, billionaires, right? Total. There's only 3,800 billionaires total on the planet out of 8 billion people. There's only about 60 million millionaires on the planet out of 8 billion people. So when you start doing these ridiculous numbers, this is what the stock market is based on. So you need to mimic what they're doing. So you will have to join in the party of putting your money in these locations that they put their money. So when they are in the finance business, most of the billionaires and millionaires are in the finance business. You got to be in it as well, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't ignore it. I mean, you could, but then you wouldn't be part of the wealth machine if you do ignore it. But look at this right here. What do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow? According to this, Dow Jones, just slightly, these are like minorly down and minorly up for the NASDAQ, S&P minor. This is not even worth talking about. This is pretty much a level. And the 10-year is down. So they don't really know as of right now, apparently. They didn't leak it because otherwise it'd be rising one way or another heavily. But apparently nobody really knows what they're going to do. And maybe it's not even figured out yet because you're having these people talk about do it or don't do it. Here we are. Inflation report Tuesday will be critical for the direction of the Fed policy. I don't see a problem here. Just increase the interest rates. I know they don't want to do it. You have people that have these big loans, millions of dollars. They're their friends because you increase. Somebody has a $10 million loan and you increase things 0.25. That's a lot of money to them. But to us, it doesn't really matter. All I know is we need to stop inflation and we need to stop them guys being able to loan themselves cheap money. Don't worry, you're going to lower the interest rate later this year, and then the cheap money will come calling in 2024. So that is the interesting thing about this. All right, notice one other thing. FTC blocks Microsoft Activision. Remember what I was talking about earlier about the Industrial Revolution, age of the machines? And I was saying you actually buy out your competition or join forces. That's what you do. And here is what Microsoft and Activision was trying to do. In the UK, they allowed Microsoft Activision partnership. In the United States, they're trying to block it. Now, it's very interesting that they're doing this because you know how United States is, but Microsoft and Sony deals mean for the future of gaming, that would be serious, ladies and gentlemen. Monopoly almost at that point. Well, not almost, but they're going to have significant market advantages. So just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, here we go. Jaway J says, Eric, not sure if you know, but as they are digging in Vista Cana, they are actually hitting underground water and they are connecting pipes as they do. Yes, Jaway J, this is what I was talking about 2 years ago. I was saying, okay, I will say it this way. Victor Morrell, for instance, he owns at Cana Rock. And at Cana Rock, they started talking about underground parking. And I was like, wait, they're right by the beach. I've lived in Florida before when I was a kid, and we started digging underground. And less than 2 feet underground, water started coming up. I was like, holy smokes. And Puerto Rico, similar situations. The closer you are to the beach, the more likely you dig down about 5 feet, you're going to run into water. So that also Panorama Luxury has underground parking. But so far, I haven't seen any water spurt up. But again, I'm always bothered by underground parking on islands, underground parking in Florida. That never made sense to me, right? Low level areas, underground parking. It'd be like having underground parking in New Orleans. It's like, what are you doing? That doesn't even make any sense. You're damn near at sea level. What do you mean you're going to do underground parking? That's crazy. So anyhow, that does not surprise me. That does not shock me one iota, quite frankly. But thank you for letting me know. And yeah, you're going to have to connect pipes. That could be a potential problem depending on what they're doing there. I don't actually know, but I'm pretty sure they've already accounted for that, Jawway J. At least I hope. We don't want anything to derail the Vista Cana project. That's for sure. All right. E. White is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name. And he says, greetings, everyone. Greetings to you, E. White. There we are. Another entrepreneur investor is in the house. Once again, E. White says, Jawway J, could you give me a call? I have a question. Or text. All right. I hope he has your info because E. White, you cannot leave text or phone numbers in the chat. All right. So how this works is E. White, send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And I will forward your phone number or email to Jawway J. And then he can determine if he wants to call you or not. All right. So there you go. So hopefully you'll do it that way. All right. So if you're in here trying to put it in the chat room, it won't work. You have to do it a different way. I mean, you could do it a different way, but I'm just saying. All right. So anyhow, back to the stories at hand. So now, Age of the Machine is right here, ladies and gentlemen. What are you going to do? You're going to be like Professor Auntie Valley and think about what can I create and how can I move forward? And she says, beachfront Java. I feel like being in the Java and coffee biz. Let's do that. Or are you going to start your own podcast? You're going to start your own productions? What are you going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Sure, you can always work for somebody else, but just keep in mind, they could always fire you, lay you off, go out of business. So therefore, you're going to have to start thinking, are you going to put your destiny in your own hands or leave it in the hands of someone else when you know for a fact? Well, maybe you don't know for a fact. You know banks. Well, I'll start it this way. UK viewers, maybe you have to come into the chat room tonight. All right. Americans, you take for granted being able to go down to the bank and say, let me take out $3,000. You're not thinking there's going to be a problem. Let me take out $6,000. You're probably still not. But if you start doing 15 or 20, all of a sudden the bank is like, well, might not have that right now. Can you come back tomorrow? Or 30 or 50. That's when you think to expect to hear something like, well, you got to come back in a few days, make an appointment, whatever. That's what happens in America most often. How about if you're in the UK and you walk in and say, I want 2,500 pounds. And they say, sorry, sir, you can't get that. That's our limit. You can't take that out. Come back in 2 or 3 days. 2,500, ladies and gentlemen. Some people's rent is more than that. Can you imagine being in a situation where you have to pay your rent and you need the money out and your rent's $2,900? You go to the bank, I need $2,900 because I got to go pay my rent. And they're looking at you like, I'm sorry, the limit is $2,500. First of all, and you might have to come back in a day or two. That is crazy. That is what's going to be coming to the United States as well. We're not going to be immune. These banks are not out here being your friend. But I will say you need to be cognizant of the fact, Age of the Machine is you. You're going to have to protect yourselves on all fronts. You're going to have to be the CEO of your life. You're going to have to manage your financials. And you're going to have to take this a little more serious right now. And you're going to have to pay attention to news. This is why the Federal Reserve will more than likely chicken out and do nothing tomorrow or whenever they announce what they're going to do. So let's go. Okay. I think I will be neighbors at Riviera Castagna. E. White going to be neighbors. I didn't realize you were also inside Vista Cana as well. What is neighboring Riviera Castagna? And in case you don't know what we're referring to here, this is a place. These are pre-construction projects inside Punta Cana area of the Dominican Republic. This is no credit check, no qualifying, nobody stopping you from getting in to real estate investing. whether they're condos, villas, townhomes. And some of these projects have great prices like a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 1,000 square feet with a balcony for like $178,000. But inside that complex, they have 2 man-made beaches made of salt water, 1 freshwater lake. So there's 3 lakes altogether, executive golf course, 3-hole executive golf course, 9-hole executive golf course, par 3. They have shops, restaurants, but inside the project. So you get into Vista Cana, you got to run through a gate. We go to Panorama Luxury. Now they have their own gates, and inside their gates, they have a restaurant, a pool. No, more than 2. They have 3 pools. They have parking underground at their place. They're on the lake. They're on the freshwater lake. They have their own restaurant, their own atrium, their own pools, their own restaurant, own fitness rooms. So all of that is what people are buying, and at one time under $200,000. Now, Riviera Costeña, the example I'm giving you, guess what's at their complex? Nearly the same thing I just mentioned here, except some better things. They have their own business center at Riviera Costeña. And if you want to check out Riviera Costeña, you got to get in touch with Nestor, by the way. His information is down below in the description box. Nestor Leftfield. And you can check out some of the other projects, but look for Nestor Leftfield. If you want to buy at Vista Cana, buy at Sabana, buy at Riviera Costeña, you go through Nestor Leftfield. All right. But the point I'm trying to make about that is they have their own restaurant at Riviera Costeña, business center, which is awesome, their own restaurant and their own bar. Out by the pool area is a bar. They have a game room, a fitness center, a sports court, and a kids' gaming room. That's right, you heard me. The gaming room, I can't believe it. I don't know what they're talking about, but that's even innovative. And they have swim-up units. Yes, only a limited number of swim-up units. Cabanas, lounge, barbecue, mini golf also at Riviera Costeña, and a 2-bedroom that I'm talking about, 2.5 bath, is only $178,000 on the 2nd or 3rd floor. 4th floor, you have a terrace. That's going to cost you a little more. All right. So, or the swim up, that's going to cost you like $194. And there's only like 6 or 7 2-bedroom swim ups. That's it. So that's very, very valuable, ladies and gentlemen, from an investor and from an owner standpoint. And they have the design that I love. The best design for small condos. Walk in, you have your kitchen, living room, dining room, all in one space. And then you go to the right or left, and then you have both bedrooms or master suites, walk-in closets, full bathrooms, and a full master suite. That's all one level, one from front to back. Then they have a half bath in the middle where your living room, dining room, and area is, so people don't have to go into your bedroom to use the bathroom. So that design is one that I love, and that's their 2 bedrooms at Riviera Costeña. And once again, if you go there and you go check this out, you will be impressed. And the great realtor, Nestor Leftfield, his information is down below if you want to check out Riviera Costeña and Vista Cana itself, because I didn't even get to the sports complex. So that sports complex, skate park, paddle boards, tennis, basketball, pool, soccer fields, more than one, and sports bar and restaurant at the sports complex at Vista Cana. And then, if that's not enough, they have an equestrian center at Sabana, which although also Nestor promotes as well. Sabana has an equestrian center and condos. Yes, horseback riding is going to be on tap. Horseback lessons and equestrian lessons on tap. That's also inside Vista Cana. Haven't had enough? How about trails? That's right. Vista Cana is going to be special. They have trails, and they're talking crazy. It's more than 1 kilometer. It's more than 2 kilometers. It's more than 5. So however long it's going around this place, you can run, jog, cycle. It's kilometers. And somebody said it's like 12. I'm like, I don't believe that. But even if it was 4 or 5, that's crazy. So all I'm saying is that is going on there, and they're not done. There's also a possibility of some other things that I can't say yet because it's not official. Because in this area, they were going to have something. They had it slated for something else, and now there's going to be something else that's off the charts. So we'll find out what it is one of these days. Let's see. E. White says, I didn't realize Eric White 1-bedroom would swim up at Riviera Castagna. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize you went there. Congratulations. I thought you were at the other location, but you never let it out the bag. Congratulations. Did you go through Nestor left field or someone else? Because that's the man. That's who we're trying to do our stuff. Nestor takes care of people. Jaway J will let you know. He drove them all over the place, apparently. All right, James Way is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name, and he brings his tagline. Hello, all. Getting some of that coffee tonight to take my mind off the rent being too damn high. Exactly. Trying to get your nerves and calm down a little bit. No notification and waiting to hear from the Larimar guys. James Way, he says waiting to hear from the Larimar guys. Okay, James Way, let me know what you're talking about here. Let me know what you're talking about. What do you mean? What did you need to hear from him? Let me know if Gwen hasn't been handling biz or not. All right. Oh, are you waiting to see if you can get an upfront unit? Is that what you're telling me? Professor Auntie Val, much love at James Way. That's right. James Way showing some love for Professor Auntie Val's Beachfront Java, in case you're new here. If you haven't known about Beachfront Java, check this out. 15% off for you because you're part of the SSN fam, ladies and gentlemen. Do it now because the end of this month, this 15% is going to be over, gone, fini. And once again, make sure you get that shipped out right away because it's free shipping. And also, you don't have to put in anything in the promo code because using the link, the promo code is automatically built in when you check out. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Show some love for Professor Auntie Val. E. White, he says, oh my God, E. White says, I have both. E. White, I got to congratulate you. I have to congratulate you. I really do, because actually I have to do the same thing. I have to go back to get something in Vista Cana now, right? I have to do that too, even though we love Larimar, E. White. I know we love Larimar. But Vista Cana is nothing to mess with as well. And time is running out because these are going to be like the last places where you're going to be able to get these type of prices. E. White, he surprises me. Unbelievable. Nestor, we sign in the morning. E. White, congratulations once again, putting yourself into a perfect scenario. The best luxury projects are being built now. They aren't even online yet for another year or two, but inside Vista Cana is going to be off the chart. Larimar, if they come correct, is going to be off the chart. Cruise on Land, regardless of what I think about their contract, it's going to be off the chart. The beach, if they get all their stuff together, that's going to be cool. There's only certain areas that's going to be cool, but congratulations, E. White. Oh my goodness. Now we have neighbors down at Riviera Castagna, part of the SSN Nation. This is awesome. Wow. I mean, they were coming on your podcast, still happening. No, James Way. No, James Way. Here's the thing. That's the thing. They were supposed to be on the podcast 2 weeks ago, right? Last week, I'm trying to get them on. Now I'm trying to get them on. I'm trying to hunt these guys down. At first, it was like, yeah, we'll be on next week. Then it turns into, oh, can't make it. Now it's next week. And here we are next week, can't make it. So 2 weeks. And you know what happens when I get slighted. I start feeling a certain way, like the Celsius guys. Now I'm feeling a certain way about these guys too. Nothing wrong. I'm just saying, okay, let me back this up. Yes, James Way, I'm hoping they're coming on. So we will see. Oh, the Larimar guys. All right, I understand. I have 2-bedroom at Larimar and a 1-bedroom at Riviera Castagna. I can't blame you at all, E. White. I can't blame you at all. Very, very good choices here. I like the choice. The swim up is an exceptional choice as well. I like it because there's only a limited number of swim up units. In fact, inside Vista Cana, which makes that unique in itself. So the lagoons, lagoons that Noriega's making right across the street from the beach, they have swim up. Then there's other projects that have swim up, like the Palms, I think, but there's not that many that have swim ups. They have the one by the golf course. They have a few units that do the swim up as well. But overall, swim ups inside Vista Cana is rare. So that is a very, very good choice. Both of those are great choices. So I salute you and congratulations on getting in now. In case people haven't seen the videos, I did a top 5 list, the top 5 Punta Cana investment areas. I did number 5, I did number 4, and tomorrow number 3 is going to drop. All right. I learned from the SSN Nation. Thank you so much, E. White. Thanks, fam. Thank you, man. Thank you. That is awesome to hear. I can't believe it. That means you are there. If you hold on, did you just not say, hold on a second, let me go back here. Did you say, hold on, did you just say, Nestor, we sign in the morning? Are you in Punta Cana right now, or do you mean you're going to sign on the paperwork and send it back? That is awesome, man. But either way, congratulations, Professor Auntie Val. We got the Heat balling tonight. They're acting like they don't want to go home. This is very, very good to see. This would turn things around dramatically. I don't know what's happening. I wish I could see this because I don't know who's going off tonight. Something must be going on. Is Jimmy Buckets actually came back out of the doldrums after a 3-day rest? I hope that's what it is. Please, please tell me. All right. But back to my little rant. Yes. So far, I actually checked. Gwen didn't get back in touch with me. So I asked him today. I'm like, hey, are these guys coming on or what? Actually, one guy. Juan Andreas can't come on. So it's going to be Daniel Molly, apparently. I'm like, well, where's these guys at? What's happening? This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever people don't want to come on the SSN Nation and have a little chit chat, because they know we don't have this scripted. You don't get to do scripts because we have people that's going to ask questions. You don't want to come light. And that's why, like I said, we have to start. I have to be like, hey, man, what's up? What's up? We got questions. Here it is, June 12th. You said you're going to have a model on the cliff sometime in July. From today, it's 45 days till the end of July. So if you're not already out there with your pickaxe and setting some foundation down so you can put a model on the cliff, then I'm going to have to call it BS. Don't do that. Don't have me looking like I'm going to have to start being like a bad guy. Don't do it. All right. Auntie Val. Yes. Congrats at E. White. Yes, Professor Auntie Val. He's saying he's e-signing. Yes, e-sign. All right. No team effort. Tough defense. Pulling the fouls for a change. Oh, my. Beautiful. Team effort. Like, you mean how they were doing the Boston Celtics when they had those 3 games in a row that they won, and they were doing this teamwork and passing the ball around, cutting, playing team D and doing all that. If that's the Heat that's back, oh my goodness, Denver's going to be in a little trouble. I love this. Can they pull it out today? I see the score now. I actually got my eye on it. I see it's 51. Oh, 51-44 at half, ladies and gentlemen. The Heat has been bringing it, but so far the Heat's doing good. But we know what's been happening in the fourth quarter is that guy, Jamal Murray, acting like an all-star. He's been doing some damage, so we got to give him credit. But I love what Professor Auntie Val's telling me. This is the sign that I wanted to see right here. Tough defense, team effort, everybody scoring. That is the Heat's formula for success. All right, so that is beautiful to hear. All right, let's get back into this. The Industrial Revolution, is it over, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? Well, part of the Industrial Revolution meant we had factories. We had multiple people working in concert to create our products and services. Those days are over because we sent that stuff out to China so we can make more profits. I shouldn't say we. I'm talking about the wealthy. They sent, like, the iPhones are being made over there. The Samsungs are made in a certain location around the world. These cell phones that they're charging people $1,400, $1,500, $1,200 for, they're over there making them for $150, $160. And then they turn around and sell them for $1,400 over here. And people are buying them. And then the United States has invoked the strategy of, if there's any competitors around the world, and of course there would be competitors that will say, you know what, we are making phones for $125 over in the Asian market, but we're not going to sell ours for $1,400 and $1,300 and $1,200. We're just going to sell ours for $550 because we would like to get $200 per 20 million phones sold. We don't have a problem with that. United States says, oh, no, you're a problem. You're with the Chinese. So you can't do that. We can't have you be in our country and sell your phone. Sorry, you're bad. Meanwhile, the United States has companies building products and services over in China and having it sent over here. I'm just like, does that make any sense? They have their own technology in the cars. They have their own technology in the products. What's the difference? I'm just like, this is crazy. But that's the difference as what's going on now, ladies and gentlemen. There's an opening for you to be successful in many different ways, but you have to start. And you have to let people know you're doing it. You can't be shy. Just like Professor Auntie Val, when she started the Beachfront Java, she says, I'm starting the Beachfront Java. Then, of course, we're sitting here saying, oh, yeah, we got to show some love. So you have to let people know about these things. So get with it. That's how you're successful, ladies and gentlemen. If you're starting a business out of your home, remember, I always talk about Opus Virtual Office. Why Opus Virtual Office? It's because now your business, your LLC, your C corporation has a separate address other than your house. And it's all separate, and there's more. They give you a phone number, a business phone number and a business fax number, and on that phone number, somebody actually answers it. That's right. A receptionist, a person answers your LLC phone in your business name, and then whoever you tell them to send the person to, the phone number, that's who they send it to. So that's much more professional. And it's a business commercial address. If you need a business meeting, you can rent the boardroom, an office space, hourly, professional. And most places have a receptionist, professional. Also, they report to the business credit file. And it's $99 per month. But don't forget, everybody on podcast, there is a promo code YG as in George 1, the number 1, YG the number 1. You get your administration fee off. You don't have to pay the administration fee when you use that promo code. Now, the link is down below, but the last but not least, the most important part, there's other things too. But the most important part, the litigious United States of America, you want to make sure your business and your personal life are separate. That is the main reason. And it's a tax write-off, so you don't have to worry about none of that. All right? It's a tax write-off. That's what makes this beautiful. Jawway J, Industrial Revolution was over when everything was moved to China. There you go. Not everything has been moved to China, but enough of everything has been moved to China, because let's call it what it is. While you guys are out here working your asses off, the reason why things got shipped to Mexico, China, Thailand, Vietnam was because the cost of living is lower. They can charge people they can pay their wages at $1 an hour, 75 cents an hour, $1.50 an hour. Over here, you have to pay people generally 10, 11, 12, 15, a lot of people. And then if you really want people 20, 25, 30, well, they don't have to worry about none of that hardly over in the Asian markets, because somebody that's making $6 or $7 or $8 an hour compared to that $1 an hour, the person making $8 is the boss. That's the equivalent of somebody like $35 an hour here. So clearly, every hour that goes by and every number of people they have, all of a sudden you realize, yes, we're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we'll make everything in Asian market. That's messed up. But that's also when people didn't realize. I used to tell, you guys can imagine, I'm having these arguments in the 80s and going in school. And I said, you do realize if you do what you're about to do, that means the wage in America isn't going to rise. And people were like, oh, yes, that's not going to have any bearing. I said, no, it will, because what's going to end up happening is they can produce everything at a lower wage outside of the United States. So either you're going to have to take the lower wage, or they'll just ship everything outside of the United States. So they have no incentive to raise wages. It's simple. I don't understand why people didn't get this. And so anyhow, our government said, no problem. We're going to allow the NAFTA, Bill Clinton and his NAFTA deal. It sounded good on paper. Everything looked lovely on paper. Everything's going to be good. Our sworn enemies from China, we're going to have stuff made over there for some strange reason, versus Taiwan, which, or Hong Kong, which was fine as long as the UK owned it. As soon as UK gave it up, now we have problems. But all I'm saying is that was a clear sign things were going to be worse. And then another little history lesson about why the Industrial Revolution had to end was Ronald Reagan comes into office and started talking about this trickle-down theory. The trickle-down theory, ladies and gentlemen, is what is now known as tax cuts, tax breaks for the rich. That's what he did. So you take the money and tax base from the poor. So, our social services, our schools, the education, the hospitals, libraries, all that. You take money from that infrastructure, police, fire, and instead of giving it to those parties, that's the social services, he says trickle up, because those guys at the top aren't going to pay taxes like they should. And in order to cover those taxes, I'm sorry, people in the lower class, you're going to pay more taxes. And how are we going to do this? Sales tax, property tax, insurances. And everybody says, oh, we love you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the worst mistakes. So the Industrial Revolution started to be over a long time ago, just like Yahweh J sang. And the United States government was in on it. So now, after 40 years of them being in on it, we have literally less than 31 billionaires own 50% of the wealth in the world. And you paid for it. So are you mad yet? You better start thinking about what Eric White's doing. What Yahweh J's doing. And a lot of others SSN Nation members, because E. White now brings us up to another level. We're getting into the range of, we have from 45 to 50 members of SSN Nation has bought property in the Dominican Republic at these crazy low prices. Great deals. They have their own real estate. And that means nobody can take it from you. All right. Here in America, we have just like in the DR, you're going to have property taxes. But if you have Comfort Tour and you bought under $150,000, you're not going to have tax. Unbelievable, right? How sweet is that? All right. That's how it works. And that doesn't even have to be Comfort Tour. That's just across the board. Once it goes over 150, not by assessed value, it has to be somebody bought for more than the number. And the number goes up like 2 or 3% every year. So over time, it's going to be 200,000 in like 7, 8, 10 years. You don't have to pay tax. That's beautiful. But if you rent your property out, then you have to pay tax, just like you do in America. No difference. But the point I'm trying to make is you have another way out and another source of income coming in. And when you own 2 properties, you can actually live in one, rent out the other, and the rent from the other could actually pay for where you live. That's the idea here, ladies and gentlemen. If push comes to shove, you won't have to worry because you have assets. Age of the machine. Put your brain power to work instead of trying to figure out what's going to happen. So therefore, you can work at a job. That's fine. But you should also have something on the side just in case they walk in and say, we have to let you go. You don't want to be in that situation. And a lot of people are going to be getting these notices. We're going to have to let you go over the next 6 months. All right. It's not going to stop anytime soon. So be prepared. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Chili Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He's known as Mr. Financial here in these parts, also known as Curtis Davis as well. And he brings his tagline. Good evening, SSN family. ABMM, always be making money. That's what the game is right now, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we'll get into it in a second because we got to show some love for Chili Davis. He's over 900 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. He's only 50 or 60 subscribers left before he gets to be monetized. He needs 1,000 subscribers, so go over to Chili Davis's channel and subscribe. He's part of the SSN Nation. Show some love. No credit checks, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Exactly what we do with real estate, we do in real life. SSN Academy, SSN University. No guru zone. No barriers to entry to learn something and make use of your skills or our skills. Either way you go, we'll help you out. You can always ask questions in the chat room. Don't be shy. We have people here from all walks of life that has information that can help you out. So please ask. Don't be shy. And go over to Chili Davis's channel, subscribe, click the all notification bell. He's only 50, 60, 70 people short of 1,000. We need to get him there. He helps people with financial news and information and updates throughout the day and evening and night. You just never know when he's going to drop some gems. So go over there and show some loves. That's why we always have to be making money, ladies and gentlemen, because you're not going to be able to stop. Everything is emotion that you're going to have to rent potentially. Think about this, renting for the rest of your life. But I got news for you. I'm going to do a little commercial here in a second. Yes, a commercial, SSN Lifestyle. Jawed J. Eric, would you agree that COVID-19 helped expose how bad things were? The majority of things were no longer manufactured here. Yes, Jawed J. It did. It exposed everything. Everything. When people went shopping and they were the toilet paper run and all that craziness was going on. Can't get foods at the store. Walmart couldn't even have a stock shelves. It was hilarious to watch, but not really. It was dangerous. But it was around the world. And what did they use? That supply chain shortage. How do you have a supply chain shortage? Anybody? You guys know how that happened, right? Because just what we're talking about. The supply chain shortage comes because we're not manufacturing stuff here. We have to have it sent from Asia. And if Asia shuts down and they're not shipping, and then if we have our friends in Europe making anything, they're not shipping, and we're not being able to make anything here, now we have a problem. And we were exposed, ladies and gentlemen. Exposed big time. And what did the United States do? Nothing. So you're going to not have to think about you're going to have to think about certain things. The government, they're here to collect money from you. A byproduct of that is you think they're watching you or protecting you by having like police, fire, and all that. Okay, you can say that. I say they are making sure that they are able to make money from you. If your house is burnt down, if you're being robbed all the time, how are they supposed to get money? Think about it. All right. So they have a vested interest to have the bare bones minimum. But do they really care about somebody running up in your house? You got a stoplight, somebody jumps in, steals your car. They really care about, 9-10 people getting killed today, 9-10 people getting killed tomorrow, 20 people getting killed in 3 days from now. You really think they're going to care about another 200, 300, 400 people that died this week? Hardly. Because that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is to make sure you own nothing. That's the name of the game, and make sure it's in the hands of the top. So you got to think, I got to be at the top, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have that financial freedom. You got to have that financial independence. You got to do something. This thing about what's happening, Victor Morell's about to retire for, I believe, the second time, but he's about to retire in about 6 months, I believe he said. So he may be one of the last few people that's going to be able to sit here over the next 10-year period and say, hey, you know what? I worked somewhere for 20, 25 years or 30 years. Because the odds of somebody working at the same place for 30 years is pretty slim. But what are they going to do? They're going to come out with 40-year mortgages. In fact, they already have. But that's going to be a thing when they reduce the interest rates next time. Because you're not going to be able to afford a $700,000, $800,000 house, making $100,000 a year. You think you might, but you're not. Not going to qualify. So their only option is just what they do with cars, increase how long you can have a note. Can you imagine being 20 years old and having a 40-year note and you actually pay on that note monthly for 40 years? Do you know the odds of somebody having a job straight for 40 years and not have one event where they get sick, somebody in their family gets sick, their children get sick, you have children, kids born, all kind of things that come up where you don't think you're going to lose a job if you have a job? Do you really think that? What do you think? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? That's a recipe for disaster. Who's going to benefit from somebody not being able to pay? You guys know who it's going to be. It's going to be vultures. So a person goes into foreclosure. They paid on it for 20 years. Can you picture this? 20, 25 year paid. And all of a sudden you got sick. You lost your job. You couldn't find another job within a month or two. Missed 1 or 2 payments. And these guys are vultures. They hold the paper. There's no incentive to actually not kick you out because the property value went up over the last 20 years. Right? Think about this. This gets crazy. I know, but this is going to be very, very bad. So you better lock in your assets now for your financial freedom papers. That's what you're going to have to do, ladies and gentlemen. I know you keep hearing me say some things like this, but that's what you're going to have to do. You're not going to have a choice on this. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I've been saying this all year long. Every live stream, I'm saying this. All right? So here we go. Chili Davis, he says they are printing money. Exactly. Inflation falls on working class. Exactly. He's got it exactly right. All right. ladies and gentlemen. We've already been in here like 1 hour. Let me do something. I'm going to play a little, we have commercials. This one's going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to play an old one because this just went down this past week in Napa. Part of this one I'm about to play, the Napa Valley Jazz Festival. And can you believe this? Next year in 2024, Brian Culbertson, they have already sold out the platinum package. It's already sold out. It just ended yesterday. This is crazy. Okay, these tickets are not cheap, ladies and gentlemen. These things are like $800-900. Yes, it's for 3 days, but all I'm saying is they're like, in fact, I don't even think it was $900. I think they're $1,000 now. So $1,000 is the platinum package for the 2024 Napa Valley Jazz Getaway, Brian Culbertson show. And all they have is the gold package, which I usually have the gold package myself. So that one's very nice in itself. You want to sit within the first 10 rows or so. I was just shocked when I saw all the platinums were gone. All right, check this out, ladies and
Come on, come on.
This is what you do, because you have to start thinking about age of the machine. Your mind is going to be a terrible thing to waste. You're going to have to expand your horizon. You're going to have to learn something new. That's part of this. Nothing comes easy. There's going to be something new next year. By the end of this year, 2 years from now, the whole world could change in a heartbeat. because we now have this AI. It already kind of existed, but in case you don't know, AI is pretty distressing. How many times, I don't know if you guys have been in the financial industries long enough, but over the last few years, some people have their accounts locked up. And what does the customer service rep say? Our AI messed up and we have to wait till midnight or some nonsense. That's happened to me several occasions, ladies and gentlemen, with a PayPal, for instance. They're like, the account is locked. We don't know why, because I automatically did it because of our AI. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Just override it. We can't. So I'm just saying, very, very dangerous situations are about to occur. The rise of another type of machine. So you're going to have your own skill set. So you're going to have to survive. So keep that in mind. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yes, sir. Victor Marrero, first retirement from the U.S. Army and the second from Chase at the end of this year, meeting the retirement section tomorrow. It's a weird feeling, but it's time to go. Got places to see. That's right, Victor Marrero. Places to see while you're still young. Remember that Superman on your chest. Hey, that went away a long time ago. But all I'm saying is you can walk, you can run, you can jog, whatever the case may be. You're not in a wheelchair, thank God. So therefore, you got to get around while your mobility is optimal. So that's why I say it's the great time. You did too, man. You did too. That's all you needed. You have 2 retirements. It's beautiful. Plus, you invested properly. Plus, you have real estate properties. Come on now. He did everything right, ladies and gentlemen. And he's getting out while the getting is good. Because I'm going to say one other thing. You guys do understand this, and this is very important. So even though we have the coffee, first of all, I gotta say a couple of things. You know, there's coffee, right? And the beachfront Java, if you haven't gotten it yet, 15% off from Professor Auntie Val. Go over there and get it. For SSN fam members or anybody that's seeing this, you're lucky, because in the chat room, put on the live chat, you can get the code. You use that link, it automatically takes off 15% from whatever you order. And that's only good for the month of June 2023. And shipping is free. So get it now. 5 stars. We've had several people here that have announced that it is very good coffee. They're all giving it 5 stars so far. No complaints from anybody. There's always got to be a complaint, right? But so far, not one. So this is a good sign. So get your beachfront Java coffee. Now, by the way, coffee is good for you. Can you believe this? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee is good for you. Some people will say, well, I don't know, Eric. Okay. All right. Let me give you guys something here. So, you know, we have this thing such as mind problems, right? We have lots of mind problems, bodily function issues because of the water supply, because of pesticides in the food source. So learn something every day, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I just Googled. You could Google it yourself. Look at this right here. This is unbelievable. You could live longer. How about that? Your body may process glucose better, which is sugar. How about that? You're less likely to develop heart failure. How about that? You are less likely to develop Parkinson's disease. Can you believe this? Your liver will thank you. Your DNA will be stronger. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, there's more. If you think that's something, let me see if they're going to show me. Let me see if they're going to show this. All right, there's more. All right, let me see. Let me see. Okay, your odds of getting colon cancer will go way down. Are you guys paying attention? It gets better. You may decrease your risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. How about that one? And you're not as likely to suffer a stroke. Who's not going to sign up for drinking some premium coffee? Do you understand? And the best ones are these. This Parkinson's disease, if you can less likely develop that, that is a godsend. Liver, no problems, that's a godsend. DNA stronger, that's a godsend, because if not, DNA is major, all right? In fact, dark roast coffee decreases breakage in DNA strands, which occur naturally but can lead to cancer or tumors if not repaired by your cells. Are you guys getting this? This isn't something that doesn't help you. Your odds of getting colon cancer will go way down. And again, this Alzheimer thing, again, this is major. Almost 2/3 of Americans living with Alzheimer's disease are women. But the caffeine in 2 cups of coffee may provide significant protection against developing the condition. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not? In fact, let me put this down here in the chat room. People don't understand. We have to give have to always give a health education class around here, because what's part of SSN lifestyle and what's part of stop struggling now if your health goes haywire? What good is it if you then stop struggling and then you come down with one of these mind and life altering diseases before you're able to live your dreams? That's right. Everybody thinks you have a lifetime of dreams to do. What's your lifetime? Is it 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50, 60, or 70, or 80? You don't know, right? So a lot of people think because they never had traumatic stress in their lives, they think, oh, it's just another day. I'll be around tomorrow. There is no guarantee that you're going to be around tomorrow. That's Charles Barkley. Guarantee, right? There's no guarantee of that. So that's why you are literally taking a chance every time by not paying attention to your health, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, I was lucky enough for something to happen to me when I was younger. I was sick, very sick as a child. And before I was 5, I was almost supposed to die twice. So because of that, I think life differently. Because, it's hard to hear when you hear the doctor. I told this story before, when the doctor's telling your mother, I don't think we can save him, and you're in the room. You know what I'm saying? You're awake. Thought I might have been asleep because my temperature is like 103 or 104 or something crazy. But I heard what he said. He's like, I don't think we can save him. We're going to try this last ditch, whatever. And then I went out, and I was like, oh my God. And that happened twice. So I didn't think I was going to even live to be 10 years old, let alone 5. And I didn't think I was going to live to be 20. So if you know that you may not live to be like 20 years old, you're thinking, what's my lifespan? What's my lifetime? What do I want to do? So I want to do everything I want to do. I don't really care about this other stuff. I got to figure out something I want to do. Age of the machine, when you start thinking quicker and faster about your mortality, then you start thinking, well, wait a minute. If I'm only going to live like another 2 years, another 3 years, what am I going to do? So that was always my thing. I never knew how long I'm going to live. So I'm like, hey, let me have fun now. We need to have fun now. So how do you set it up? You make sure you have assets that pay you. That's the only way you can set it up. Victor Morrell could have retired a long time ago if he wanted to, but he did something very smart. He says, I'm relatively in great health. Everything's fine. I think I'm going to go get this retirement from Chase. He's now got a retirement from Chase, and now he can go on his merry way to live another lifetime. So there's my speech, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of it. There's no time to waste. Age of the machine is you now. You have outlets that you've never had before. In the 1990s and in the early 2000s, if only they had all these apps and all this stuff you can do on the computer like you can do now, and start a business like you can do now. Back in the day, there was none of what you can do now. This virtual office stuff, okay, yeah, they had virtual office setups. You could do something like that, but generally you would have to have an office because nobody believed you. They'd be like, we're not going to just send, you don't even have an office. Why are we going to do business with you? That was more or less the thinking. So that's why all businesses have offices, even to this day, until COVID showed up. And all of a sudden businesses were like, why do we have offices again? We have Zoom capabilities now. So we don't even have to go to the office. Why are we paying all this office space money? Changed the whole ball game. Not even just in 2020 and 2021, but starting in around 2009, 10, 11, things started changing where it was acceptable for people to be self-employed and work from their home. no reason to go to an office to go see somebody. And then Starbucks, it was fashionable to have business meetings at Starbucks. I can't believe how many times people said, hey, why don't you meet me at Starbucks while we're having a meeting? I'm thinking we're going to go to the office. Meet me at Starbucks. Like, what the frick? Okay, there we go. Victor Marrero, congrats on the second retirement. Exactly. He's doing damage, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Marrero, Chili Davis, thank you, sir. Looking forward to it. Yes, have you gotten that drone that you're talking about? Or are you going to wait till the end of the year when they come out with the new drone models? And then after Christmas sales and get that new drone model? Or are you going to go on the Black Friday and get the drone model? Let us know. All right, let's go. I gotta mess with Victor Marrero. Chili Davis, commercial real estate notes reset in 1 to 2 years. There we go. Chili Davis giving us invaluable information. This is why, again, this is why they have to reduce the interest rate starting at the end of this year. They are not going to reduce interest rates like 2 percentage points. That's not going to happen. So what they're going to do is they'll start with the 0.5 or the 0.25 and then a 0.5 and then a 0.25. They'll slowly get there. And meanwhile, the economy is going to take off like a rocket. And what I mean by the economy, real estate and lending. And if you can borrow, that means you can buy. And what you're buying is the big boys are going to be buying assets that pay us. Everybody else, the lower 50% generally is going to go out here and buy liabilities. That's the differences. But I'm trying to get you guys to understand, use your buying or loan ability to buy assets. Don't buy liabilities. Every time you go out here and go buy a new car, go get a new lease, you're sitting there taking away buying power. That money that you're paying for that lease or that car, you could have bought an asset that gives you, even if it's $200 or $300 or $400 per month, that's an asset that you need, because the age of the machine is here and it's going to be in your mind and what your capabilities are. You're not going to be able to rely on, hey, let's go out here and I lost my job. Can I go down here and get unemployment? That might not even be available. All right. You don't know what's going to be available in the future. All right. Banks could collapse. All kind of havoc could happen here over the next 6 months. So be prepared. Get yourself in position. So commercial real estate notes reset 1 to 2 years. It's right on target. This is why these guys are acting the way they're acting. Congratulations at Victor Marrero, says E. White. So just think about it. It coincides, ladies and gentlemen. Now you understand everything works perfectly for a boom in the economy. Now, it will not matter who is running the ship on the boom cycle, but it may matter about a whole bunch of other things. All right. As far as the economy goes, the Federal Reserve controls that aspect of what's going to happen. That has nothing to do with government officials. They're going to say, we need our top 10 percenters to make, I don't know, another $1 trillion or $2 trillion. So we're going to start reducing the interest rate so they can buy up all the assets, because we inflated the prices so the ordinary citizens, they can't afford to go get these assets. All right, think about it. Okay, Chili Davis, sounds fun with drone photography too. Exactly. Thank you. Appreciate it from Victor Marrero. Not changing my DJI drone for a while. I am still learning from this one. You really need to spend time flying and practicing. Oh, you already got the DJI drone. I did not know that. Yes, a drone, I would imagine you would have to practice on that. He's got one of the top dogs. So he's preparing himself for his drone footage and drone debut. When he retires at the end of the year, he's going to come out the box ready. Jaway J, congrats, Victor Marrero. Hope to meet you in Punta Cana. Hey, you know where to find him. He loves Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. And he has the Cana Rock at the Galaxy, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be renting it out. But the fact of the matter is, he won't be hard to find, because he'll be over in Punta Cana or Dominican Republic probably sometime before the end of the year, knowing him. So he'll be over there. And then he knows where to find you, Jaway J. Riviera Castagna. right? At Vista Cana. So it'll be pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Again, I'm not going to rant and rave too much any longer, but we got to get our financial freedom papers on tap. And I just now went and saw the Heat and Denver are now nip and tuck. 68 Miami Heat, 69 Denver, and this is where Murray has done his damage the most. I don't know if he's doing that today, but this could be it. I can't believe this. This is too tight for me. But we do know Miami plays very good usually in the fourth quarter, so hopefully they can bring this one home. That would be very nice. They won there before, so let's see if they can pull this off to bring it to a 3-2, going back to the house to possibly tie it up 3-3 and make this a 7-game series. Oh my, that would be awesome. Okay. So let me know, ladies and gentlemen, anything else that you want to discuss this evening, but go over there and make sure you go to Chili Davis's channel. He needs another 60 people. So go subscribe, click the all notification bell, show some love, and also here, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. If you want to get your real estate, no credit check, no qualifying in the Dominican Republic, specifically in the Punta Cana area, down below in the description, I have several items down there. Nestor's down there. You can go see him for things that are in Vista Cana. If you want to go out to Larimar, where E. White is, myself, we're out there at Larimar. We own out there. Then you go see Gwen. You'll see Buy at Larimar. That'll be Gwen, the realtor. You go tell them you're from the SSN Nation. You tell Nestor you're from SSN Nation as well. And it's no credit check, no qualifying. Put down 10%. And then you make your monthly payments of 30 to 40% over the next 2.5 years. Sometimes it depends on the project. If you don't like those projects, check another. It could be 3 years. And at the end of that time, you owe roughly 40 or 50%. But at that time, with interest rates reduced, you realize the property values are going to be way more than what they are now. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Get with the program. That's about one of the only ways you can get your financial freedom, and you control your own destiny because you'll be able to rent it out. Or you can live there. The cost of living is right now cheaper, so you might as well get it while it's cheap. So that is one of the things. All right. Here we are. Congrats, Victor Morel. Hope to meet you in Punta Cana with Yahweh J. Chili Davis says, people with financial freedom, fun in the sun in Punta Cana. There we go. That's what we're trying to do. At Yahweh J from Victor Morel. Most definitely. I will still connect to the SSN Nation family, even across the ocean. That's what we love to hear, Victor Morel. That's right, my man. I see you. I see you. That's right. We're always going to stay connected here. And we're not going to be hard to find either. Right? So that's the beauty of it. We know where everybody's going to be. Mo Better is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon in the house. He's also with the Larimar crew. And we got a new addition, E. White. We already knew he's in the Larimar crew. He's here tonight, Mo Better. He's joined us as well. But Mo Better, E. White said, I want to get a swim up at Riviera Castagna inside Vista Cana. I'm going to get a 1-bedroom. So he's signing tomorrow for that, which is awesome. And Mo Better says, what's up, SSN Nation? Very good to hear you. What's up, E? What's up with you, man? We in the building. He's showing the strength and the support, ladies and gentlemen. All right. An investor, a real estate investor's in the house. Entrepreneur, he's here. And Mo Better says, Victor, congrats on your retirement. Exactly. The countdown has begun. I know he's sitting there at the office like, man, what am I doing here? How much vacation time do I have? Hopefully I got 6 weeks. Yeah. Congrats, E. White. Exactly. E. White says, I'm doing the damn thing. He's taking well, I don't know if he took my advice, but my advice is always get more than one, because then you start maximizing your capabilities, because you can either live in one, rent out both, rent out one, have it pay for where you live or partially pay, however it works out to where you live. So that's what you want. And then the values, if they do go crazy and increase ridiculously, you have 2 instead of 1. All right. It's more like the guys that own at the beach. Everybody who only got one, they're wishing they could have got two. Because as it turns out, 2-3 years later, their property values doubled for all intents and purposes. So they're like, damn, imagine if I had two of these. Could have sold one, paid off the other. Imagine that. Exactly. That's an option as well. So there we go. All right. Carleon King is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, and brings the tagline, Blessed Evening SSN. I'm tuned in tonight. Very nice to see you once again. Like I said, am loving the convo so far. Greatly appreciated. Very nice to hear that. And very nice to see you once again. 7170 Heat. Oh, man, this is going nip and tuck, and I don't want to see Jamal Murray going off again along with Bowen. Those guys have been taking over the fourth quarter along with the Joker for the last 3 games. I'm tired of seeing it. Hopefully not tonight, though. All right, Victor Mo better. Thanks, buddy. Still have until December. At this point, I wish I could get fired. Lots of love. We'll get the severance package that way. That's funny. Victor, he's funny. Hey, Victor, you only have 6 months left, man. It's gonna fly by. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna fly by like that. And I know you're not gonna waste that vacation time. Come on now. You're not gonna do that. I know you're gonna have 2 or 3 weeks vacation time. So come on. Start hooking up the three-day weekends. Put your vacation on that Friday. Use one of them days on a Friday twice a month. Come on now. You know how we do this. That's all you have to do. Just use like five a year of vacation days. Use 2 this month, 2 next month. That's 4, and then 1 the following month, and time will fly by. All right. That's funny. Oh man, when I used to have a job, these guys used to get pissed. They had to change the rules for vacations when I did it, because back in the day it was like they would give you like a week, sometimes it would be like based on your hours, the amount of hours you get partial vacation. So every day you had vacation time added based on your hours. I love that program, because as soon as and your sick days was already baked in. So you had like 7 sick days. So in essence, for me, I was like, okay, 7 vacation days, 7 6 days. That's 14 days already. And then I'm thinking, wait a minute. So when they came up with, you have 2 vacation weeks and 7 sick days, I was like, oh, party's on. So I used to take off Friday. Like I told you guys this story before. I'd take off Friday like twice a month. I had 14 days. And then I still had 7 sick days, all paid. All of that's paid. So every 2 weeks, I'm off on Friday rather. But I leave Thursday night. Thursday evening, I leave to go where I need to go. So literally, I'm somewhere Friday, Saturday, fly back Sunday, twice a month. And then I still would have 2 vacation days at the end of the year. And then I still had 7 6 days. So you know what happens. I got to use my sick days, right? So then I would have every other month, I would have a sick day. So then they were like, oh, HR comes in. We got to change the rules around here. You can't do certain things, yada, yada, yada. And I also wish they didn't have any rules against if there was a vacation on Monday that you couldn't take off on Friday. So I would have a 4-day weekend, because I would take off my vacations. I would schedule on a Friday when there's a holiday on Monday. And then vice versa. I would always do things. I could take off Tuesday if there was a holiday Monday. So it'd be like they came up with the rule. One of the rules was you can't do holidays after vacations, the day before or the day after. You have to work the day before, the day after, whatever rule. It was crazy stuff. So they blocked me from that because I was having too much fun. So it was hilarious. So I'm going to give a story about a job. All right. So the rule of the day. Industrial Revolution is nearly over for here in the U.S. If you lived in China, Industrial Revolution is going strong. All right. If you live in Taiwan, going strong. Age of the machine is here. And I'm not talking about the machines that you're using like computers. I'm talking about the other computer that you rarely think of as a computer, and that's in your mind. All right. That's the computer we're dealing with here. Mental health, all of that. You're not going to have much time for that. You're going to have to figure out a lot of things, because if you don't have the skills that's in yourself in order to make money in the future, because if AI does what it's probably going to be able to do, there's going to be a lot less people being able to have jobs. All right. So you have to put yourself in a position to learn new skills now before it's too late. And America moves at lightning speeds. All right. Did you mention making monthly payments of 30 to 40% for the investment in Punta Cana? Roughly how much would that be in dollars? Haha, Carleon King, it all depends. So let's go with, okay, I'm going to give you this. I don't recommend. I'm only giving this. Cruise on land. All right. They have condos, studio condos there that are $60,000. So you would put down, well, I don't know, it's $2,000 to reserve. Then you complete the 10% down. So basically, you got to put 10% down, which is $6,000. Then, since it's not going to be built until 2026, you have almost 3 years. Your payment would be $600 a month, because they're going to ask for, I think it's 30%. All right. So that's $18,000. So your payment's going to be roughly $500 per month. And then at the end of that time, you put 10% down, you put 30% down. That means you're going to owe them 60%, 36 grand. That's what you're going to owe them. Either pay it in cash, or you'll have to then finance. But going in, no credit check, no qualifying. All right. No barriers to entry. That's how simple it works. Now, you have to think about, what if something's higher, right? Then it's all based on how much you make. So if you want $100,000 property, and I'll use 24 months in this case, and now you have to put $10,000 down for 10%. They're saying they want 40% over the next 2 years. That means 40 grand. So now you have 24 into 40 grand, and you're going to be roughly around $1,800 per month. But again, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Pre-construction also indicates that as long as you can lock in your price. Now, that's one thing I forgot to mention. E. White and also Jaway J. I forgot the Riviera Castagna contract. I don't know if I saw it. I might have one. But it's important that either in the contract, if it says the prices cannot go up and that's written in there, that would be great. Larimar has that. I don't know of anybody else that has that. Most contracts will have 5%, 10% price increase, possibly up to 10%, up to 5%, or they won't even say it at all. You got to have a commitment. You don't want it open-ended. If you have a contract, you want it locked in, either saying no price increase, or it can be up to 5% ideally. If it says more than that, you want to negotiate. Say, hey, man, I need this to be down up to 5% or something, if you can do it now. So those are the things that you want to do. So hopefully that helps you out. So yeah, that's it. Not that hard. Arium Kaye is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he says, Eric B., what's going on? What's going on with you? Your boy Arium Kaye is in the house, is here. And Arium Kaye let me use part of his video, ladies and gentlemen. When I dropped part 4 yesterday or today, late night last night, today, if you saw that video, the top 5 investment areas in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, number 4. Downtown Punta Cana, and that footage of Central Park is from Arium Kaye. That's his footage. Thank you so much for letting me use it. So therefore, you guys can see all those who are at Central Park, because we have some people that bought at Central Park. You can see what they're doing over there. It looks a little bit different than the renderings right now, but it's okay. You can see the business office set up. I like that. Then you can see the condos on the right side of it that they're doing, because that's the first phase over there. So it's looking sweet, ladies and gentlemen. They're building. It's happening. It's going down. And again, my top 5 investment areas in Punta Cana is based on right now in 2023. So Larimar's number 5. So some people may say, well, why is Larimar number 5? Well, there's a reason. Verone, Larimar, Cruise on Land, there's nothing there. So you can't count them as being anything but number 5, right? Number 4 is downtown. Well, what's downtown? Nothing. They have AC Hotel, Hard Rock Restaurant, Malditos. They have the Caribbean Water Park. They have the Dolphin Discovery. They have a lake. They have Coco Bongo. They have a little something. They have a mall. But they also are building down there. Check it out, because once you understand what they're going to be building downtown, now you're going to see why downtown is going to be hustling and bustling. But right now, downtown's not built. So that's why it's number 4. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out who's 3, 2, and 1. But once again, you can probably guess, some of you. Some of you might have said, hey, he's talking about, no, it's not Larimar. I already picked them. They're not built. So you can't put them in the top. They can't be 1 or 2. They can't be 3 either. They can't even be 4, like I said. So downtown makes the number 4 slot. But the fact that they're part of the top 5 investment areas, that's where you want to get some. And I got to give you guys some information. Miami, 76, Denver, 77. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. This is not what I want to see. I want to see 7, 8, 9 points, 6, 7, 8 points up by Miami. This is not good. 76, 79, Denver now. This is not good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll be dropping that top 5 areas for investment ideas. Tomorrow. It'll be number 3. By the way, outside of Vista Cana, where Primaveros are, somebody has some acreage. It did not turn out good. I got information. It was, you guys know I'm looking for an acre. The guy says I won't give up the acre. I'm like, okay, whatever. Come to find out, when he told me this price, I was just like, what are you talking about? 5 acres. The guy goes, apparently, I have to double check, because we might be having some sort of miscommunication, but I'll know tomorrow for sure. He goes, I won't do the 1 acres. I have 5 acres. I don't want to go smaller with 1 acre. And he said something like $80,000 per, what did he say? $80,000 per 20,000 meters. And I was just like, I'm sorry, $80,000 per 4,000 meters. And I was like, wait, but it's 20,000 meters is 5 acres. And I'm like, I said, what are you talking about? I said, that's not going to happen. That's $1.5, $1.6 million. Have you lost your mind? I said, what are you talking about? I was like, no, that won't work. And it happens to be over there where Primavera 4 and on the other side of Vista Cana when you come out the gate. And I'm just like, okay, that won't work. So I said, hold on, I need to talk to somebody else. We got to make sure, because his daughters speak English. So I was like, hold on, we'll talk later. I got to talk to your daughters and make sure we're talking apples to apples, because that is not going to make sense. And I only need 1 acre. I don't need 5. So I said, if we're talking about that type of money, that means you have to create a development if you want that. That's ridiculous. We're still in the jungle. So I said, I'm sorry, that's not going to work. That's craziness. So anyhow, it was something along those lines. I was just like, when he told me this number, I was just like, what are you talking about? I couldn't believe it. I said, hold on, man. That's 20,000 times 80,000. That's 1.6. That's crazy. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I just need an acre, and I'm not spending the whole damn $200,000. If I could, I would just stay in America if I'm going to do that. That's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. Okay, 81.76. Damn it. That means Murray, Joker, must be doing damage. But we'll see. 5 down. Can these guys bring it home? Can the Heat stay in here? Can they do something? We'll see. All right. Let me know if anybody has anything else to talk about. Ariam Calais, have you heard anything about a new project in downtown Midtown Boulevard? No. What's it? I don't know what. Are you saying the project is called Midtown Boulevard? Because if it is, I have not heard of it. So we'll see. Will Larimar's staff allow you to fly a drone on the property? That I do not know. I don't think they're even thinking about it at the moment. But I don't know how you're going to stop somebody. And I don't see why it would be an issue. Because the whole place is open. So it'll be very interesting. But I don't know. We'll have to ask him if these guys ever come on. But I don't even know if they'll know that rule. If let me know what you're thinking, Victor Morel. Do they allow you to have drones on Margaritaville? Or even at Cana Rock? Do they know yet? Because I don't know why they would block somebody from having a drone, though. I mean, I guess there could be security issues of some sort. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know, Victor Morel. We'll have to see. Yes, it is called Midtown Boulevard. It is in downtown Punta Cana. Let's see. There's something, I don't know the name of it, though, that has a tennis court on the side of the building. Let's see what it is. Midtown Boulevard, Punta Cana. Okay. Haven't heard of it, but why do you ask? Because I see some prices here. You know how we do this, Ariam Calais. Amenities. Are you talking about Ansaya? Could be. Well, we're about to go look at it right now. You know how we do this. We want the amenities. Here we go. This is it. Yep, there's a tennis court. Okay. Yeah, it's on the side. This is interesting. We have the tennis courts. We have seating areas. We have the gazebos. We have the pool. We have a fitness center. So can't be mad, right? Can't be mad, ladies and gentlemen. They have a few amenities. So nice looking units. Some pools. Not bad. The prices, not bad either. Now, these are all renderings, of course, in case people don't understand. Let's see. Here we go. 89,000 up to 200,000. 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Date of delivery, they're claiming May 2025, which is 24 months. That's interesting. You can reserve with $1,000 down. But no, I'm not familiar with it. Here goes some prices here. First floor, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 123. Now, if these are really downtown, hold on, let's go see where these are. Are you saying this is downtown? Because if it is downtown, a 2 bedroom, 3 baths? 2 bedroom, 3 baths, that would be inexpensive. 2 bedrooms are going for like 160, 170 right now. So if 2 bedrooms are selling at like 123, 124, like that thing says, and yes, it is downtown. Well, hold on. It's kind of downtown, but for all intents and purposes, it's not downtown like REA or Central Park. It's on the little out because here's Caribbean. Hold on. Let's go zoom in a bit. Because if this is the shopping center, that's AC Hotel. That means it's outside of downtown a little bit. Con Arena's here. Yeah, here's AC. Midtown's out here. So we have to go walking a little bit. So yeah. Here's downtown that I call downtown, but it's going to expand clearly. They're calling this downtown. So, I mean, I don't know the distance between these two, but I guess what's that distance between one side of downtown to the other is about the same distance to walk over here. So that's not too far. So all this eventually is going to be downtown, I would imagine. But the prices are right if they are 123 for a 2-bedroom. So I can't say anything bad about it. Gated, get in early while you can. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. R.M. Kaye saying he has a little gym over here. Well, I'll have to find out a little more details. Right? Here we go. Why don't I'll just go here and find out. 1 bedroom. Here we go. 89 to 1. Oh, nice. The other guy said 200. So I think they must have penthouse units. Yes, penthouse units. So we'll go look again. Immobiliary. Let me know what you guys think. Looks nice. I mean, what can we say here? Looks nice. Has a few amenities there. Love the renderings. We don't know the size of the units, do we? Let's see. 2, 3, 2. Amenities. Controlled, social areas, clubhouse, 8 pools, 6 gazebos, building with a multi-purpose court. Okay. Gym. All right. Pet park. 10% down, 30% during construction. So there you go, Carleone. And here we go. This is weird. So this is 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 75 square meters, 123.7. That's reasonable. 2 bedrooms. Okay, I don't know what they mean by this. Are these like 2.5 baths or something? 75 square meters on the 3rd floor, 124. Okay, that's reasonable. If you think it's reasonable, I mean, it's reasonable. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's reasonable. 1 bedroom, 2 baths. Okay, I don't know. 91,000. Okay, so now this presents a little interesting problem, right? Let's go up here. Here we go. 4th level, 77 square meters. It looks like they have a 48 square meter terrace, 170. So these must probably be the 200,000s now. But anyhow, decently priced, ladies and gentlemen. Can't be upset. So Ariam Kale, thank you so much for mentioning. Here we go. Big Dog is always looking for new investments. This is true. This is true. At Margaritaville, you can't fly the drone over crowded areas like the pools, restaurants. However, around the house, I believe there's no issue. Although the only drones I've seen are commercial. Yep, exactly. There we go. Exactly is a few blocks from downtown. Yes, we got that right. But you do understand, Ariam Kaye, that the problem that I'm going to have is, yes, it's downtown. That's one of the top 5 areas. So now a person has choices. And to me, if I'm going to be spending 125,000, then you know where I'm going to be. I can get a 2-bedroom for 125 in Tower 1, 2, 3, or 4 at Larimar. Yes, no view of the ocean probably, or no view of the, well, I might have a view. Well, I don't know. I might have a view of the boardwalk partially or something, or whatever the case may be, but I'll have a lot more amenities. And yes, it won't be downtown though. It'll be in another one of the top 5 investment areas, but that's going to be people's choices. Do they want to stay out there or do they want to stay downtown? That's one of those choices that people get to make, right? So either way, you can't go wrong because you get in at that price is beautiful. 1 bedroom's 91,000, beautiful. Nobody can argue with that. Few blocks from downtown, yes, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up unless anybody else has something else they want to put in and ask and talk about, because we're going to go to the rundown at the finals. 82-86 with 3 minutes left. Geez, how is this possible? These guys need to get a little closer. The Heat. All right. Well, once again, before you guys go, make sure you smash the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. So then, and at the very bottom of the description box, please sign up for the newsletter. Why? Because only less than 10% of people receive notifications out of the subscriber list. That's right, less than 10% receive notifications from YouTube. So please sign up for the newsletter at the very bottom of the description box. I send out a message whenever I upload a new video and when we're going to go do live streams. That would be greatly appreciated. So hopefully you guys understood what I was trying to message out today. Start thinking about your future, because not everybody can retire once or twice and receive some sort of pensions or some sort of money's guaranteed to come in. And even people that do, there's no guarantee that that will continue for 20 or 30 years from your lifetime. So you always want to have something else up your sleeve, meaning another asset that's paying you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up tonight. And once again, thank you so much for being here. I love you very much. I appreciate your support all these years. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have to continue to stay diligent, ladies and gentlemen. You know what's going on. You know what's going to happen. Therefore, you can make moves well before it happens to put yourself in a position to ride the wave up on this next financial increase of wealth. You want to be a part of that. So don't sit still. Put things in motion now. You still have time. And I'm going to try and help you out. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.